next thing you're going to want to do is mount your coil or your CDI. And you want to make sure it's in like range of your spark plug, so this can reach spark plug. So actually the best thing to do is actually just to plug it into the spark plug. Yeah. It's going to be a little tight, but that's good because you want it airtight so there's nothing that can get in on that spark plug. So actually, there's actually a little knob on the spark plug up here that you can take off, or you should take off. Then I'm going to need my vice grips. By the time you get this thing off, you should have just like a little post like that on it. So now you can plug in your coil. It should snap right on there. And I think I'm going to mount my coil over here on this side. I don't know. What would be best? Let's see. Down there. I don't know if I can get around my big frame right there. Let's see, we're at the top right here. Maybe through. No. Well, I'm just going to mount it right there. That'll work. So now I'm going to put my bracket over the top. Pull my screws through. Take a nut and put it in that screw so it'll stay on there. Make sure your cable is screwed. I don't know if you knew this, but it screws in. I'll show you. It screws in. The cable itself screws onto the fittings. So make sure those are screwed on tight, that they're not loose or can come out. So you want that pretty snug so it doesn't pull out. There you go. You can go ahead and plug in your blue wires to the blue wire on the magneto. Down on the other side of the engine. So blue to blue, black to black. Fairly simple, right? And you can tighten up your coil with the wrench and a Phillips screwdriver. And now you want to clean up the look a little bit. You can use duct tape, you can use electrical tape, you can use zip ties. Me personally, I'm a favorite of duct tape. So what you're going to want to do, oops. A little piece of duct tape. Not big. Tear it in half the long ways. And tear it in half. And then run these lines so they look a little bit cleaner on your bike. does the contour of the bicycle itself. Makes it look a little bit nicer. Something like that. And then let them do their own thing up there. Now this, on the other hand, I'm not really sure what to do with. So I think this goes into the blue. And the other one goes into the black. And it's just a kill switch. I'm hoping that's right. Anyway, it's not right, I can always just switch it up anyhow. And then this I'm going to have to mount to the frame, the handlebars with some duct tape just to take up some of that extra slag because there is a lot of it. And then you are going to probably have some excess, and what I do with that is after you finish tying up what you can onto your bike, so like that right there. Take it and kind of fold it over itself, like so. Oops, came out. I guess I need to secure these lines a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with some duct tape. I'm sure that they won't come undone, and then like I said, you can wrap these up like so, and just wrap up the excess and then tape it to your bike, or zip tie it to your bike. Go ahead and do that with duct tape. The reason why I'm using duct tape is, one, it lasts a long time, and I'm not worried about everything coming undone. And two, kind of is an abundance. I don't have to worry about using too much. There you go. I had the cleaned up look. And I think we're ready to mount the clutch cable. So here we got our clutch cable. Wrapped up very well. And you want to do this on the left side of your bike. So we're going to flip it around again. Go ahead and mount this thing. You want to make sure that the thumb is on top, the little thumb button. So when you pull it, you can hold that and then push that down and it'll hold your clutch cable for you. So it's actually pretty easy to mount it onto the handlebars. Now it looks like I'm going to need an Allen wrench and my needle nose vice grips. So you're going to need an Allen wrench and a little set here. I'm going to get the right size. There we go. And just tighten it up where you're going to use it. Now you're going to run your cable on the other, well, I guess you can go around the front where your other cables are at. So, go through your tire. Go like that. And then you're going to want to run it through these fittings here. So you're going to have to take off the little gold, or bronze rather, piece. So you just have the spring, and then take the spring off, and then run this through that little fitting there, like so. And make sure that spring, the big spring, goes against the motor so it doesn't burn up your cable line. And then you're going to take your small spring, thread it through, and then your bronze piece, and put it with that little tip there facing inward towards the spring, like so. Actually, sorry, you're going to want to thread it through the, oh, you can do that anyway, okay. So you're going to want to thread it through the clutch right here, and then you're going to want to put that little bronze piece on there up against your throttle cable. And what you want to do is grab the line with like some vice grips or something that can hold it really, really tight, like vice grips, and then pull and tighten the screw on the clutch. So pull through and push, and then screw down. Like this may be a little bit of a task. If you got an extra hand or a helping hand, it makes it a lot easier. There you go, now you have a clutch. Pulls that in for you. And it will need to be adjusted over and over again, so don't worry about that. But you can make this go like up to the frame and then tape it down where you have the other ones. And then you can just bow out just like that, which is fine. But you're going to need to make sure it's really, really tight. So I'm going to, now that I've pulled the handle a few times, I'm going to adjust it again. I have a working clutch cable. There it is. Oh yeah, let's clean it up a little bit. Take this down again. This cable, the clutch cable. Go ahead and tape it down to my frame, along with the wires that I have. I now have one piece of tape holding two different cables. There we go.